The following information is provided for educational purposes only and in no way constitutes legal, tax, or financial advice. For legal, tax, or financial advice specific to your business needs, we encourage you to consult with a licensed attorney and/or CPA in your state. The following information is copyright protected. No part may be redistributed, copied, modified, or adapted without prior written consent of the author. In this video, we are going to teach you how to research and choose your desired LLC name. The purpose of this video is to help you avoid infringing upon someone else's name rights, to help you differentiate your business name from existing entities, and to make sure your desired LLC name is available for use. In order to make sure your desired LLC name is available for use, you will need to search it against the existing organized entities on the state's online database. We will first walk you through some requirements and restrictions, and then later we will show you how to perform your search. Name requirements. Your LLC name must end with the words Limited Liability Company or the abbreviations L.L.C. or LLC. Using the abbreviation LLC is the most common. For example, Joe wants to start a company by the name Joe's Landscaping Services. Since he is forming an LLC, he must file under the name Joe's Landscaping Services, LLC. Again, using the abbreviation LLC or the full word Limited Liability Company is a requirement when forming an LLC. Name restrictions. Your LLC name cannot imply that it is a corporation. You are not allowed to use the words corporation or incorporated or the abbreviations Corp or Inc. anywhere in your LLC name. Let's look at our example again. Since Joe wants to form an LLC, he cannot call his company Joe's Landscaping Services Inc. LLC or Joe's Landscaping Services Incorporated LLC. Your desired LLC name must also be distinguishable. This means it cannot be too similar to the names of existing organized entities that are found in the results during the search of the database. We will now illustrate several examples of distinguishability, and we will provide examples you may see while performing your search. Differences in designators, which are the identifiers at the end of a business name, do not create distinguishability. Examples of designators would be Inc. or Corp for corporations and LLC or L.L.C. for limited liability companies. There are other designators as well, but these are the most commonly used. For example, your desired LLC name is Smith Investments LLC, but during the search of the database, let's say you found a business under the name Smith Investments Inc. In this example, your desired LLC name would not be available for use. You would have to think of an alternative name that is unique and different. An example would be Smith Financial Group LLC. Grammatical differences. The following do not create distinguishability. Differences in variables in singular, plural, and possessive forms of a word. For example, your desired LLC name is Apple Farm LLC. Let's just say during the search you found a business under the name Apple Farms LLC, or let's say you also found a business under Apple's Farm LLC with an apostrophe S. Both of these names, although slightly different, are too similar, and therefore your desired LLC name would not be available for use. An example of an alternative name would be Bob's Apple Orchard LLC. The following do not create distinguishability. Differences in articles, such as a, an, or the. For example, your desired LLC name is Print Shop LLC. Let's just say that during the search of the database, you found a business called The Print Shop LLC, or you found a business called A Print Shop LLC. Again, although they seem different, these names are all the same in the eyes of the state, and therefore your desired LLC name would not be available for use. An alternative name would be Printing Solutions LLC. The following also do not create distinguishability. The use of conjunctions, such as and, or, and the ampersand symbol. Let's say your desired LLC name is Night and Day LLC with the ampersand symbol. But during your search, you find a Night and Day LLC, or you found a Night Day LLC. Again, both of these examples are too similar, and your desired LLC name is not distinguishable and therefore not available for use. An example of an alternative name would be Moon and Sunshine LLC. The following also do not create distinguishability. The use of certain punctuation, such as hyphens, slashes, periods, commas, etc. Let's say your desired LLC name is Peter, Paul, and Mary Studios LLC, but during your search you found Peter-Paul-Mary Studios Incorporated, or you found a Peter, Paul, and Mary Studios Incorporated. Again, both of these examples are too similar, and therefore your desired LLC name would not be available for use. An alternative example would be PPM Productions LLC. Alphanumeric. Differences in numerical or written numbers does not create distinguishability. For example, let's say your desired LLC name is 3 Teachers Consulting LLC with the number 3 spelled out, but during your search of the database you found a company called 3 Teachers Consulting LLC with the number 3. Again, these are deceptively similar. The state does not look at these as any different, and therefore your desired LLC name would not be available for use. An alternative example would be A Few Good Teachers Consulting LLC. Deceptively similar. Names that are too similar to existing organized entities also do not create distinguishability. For example, your desired LLC name is Speedy Delivery Services LLC, but during your search, let's say you find a Speed Delivery Services LLC, or you find a Super Speedy Delivery Services LLC. Again, these names are too similar, therefore your desired LLC name would not be available for use. An example of an alternative name would be At Your Door Quick LLC. Takeaways. As you can see, just filing your paperwork with your desired LLC name is not as straightforward as you may have originally thought. The most important takeaways from showing you all these examples are as follows. It's important to make sure your name is truly unique and not too similar to the names of existing organized entities. If your desired LLC name is unavailable for use, either by its exact match already being used or by it being too similar to an existing name, we recommend using some creativity and coming up with a variation of your original LLC name so that the name is now unique and is distinguishable and stands apart from other businesses. Some additional tips to think of when creating your LLC name are: make your LLC name easy to spell. You want to make sure people can find you when they're looking for you. Make your LLC name short. Shorter names are easier for people to remember. Make your LLC name have a positive connotation. Leave people with a good feeling when they hear about your business. You are now ready to search your desired LLC name against the state's online database. We showed you a number of examples where the desired LLC names were not available for use, but don't worry. In the next part of this video, we will provide plenty of examples of names that are available for use so that you can best understand the database and the results that you see. Let's head over to the state's online database. The link below this video will take you there. Here we are at the state's website. Before we get started though, there's a few things to discuss that are specific about the Maryland database. Existing companies in the Maryland database will show various statuses when doing your search, which will help you determine your LLC's name availability. There are multiple statuses in the database, including the following: active, canceled, consolidated, dissolved, forfeited, incorporated, inactive, merged, old name, and revived. The good news is you don't have to memorize this list. If your desired LLC name shows up with any of these statuses, we recommend you choose a different name to avoid any conflict issues. Don't worry, this will make more sense in a moment when we show you how to search the database. When searching, enter your desired LLC name without the designator LLC or L.L.C. Capitalization is not important, so you can search your name in all lowercase, all uppercase, or any variation. Let's search the online database now to show you how this works. It may be easier to watch us perform the name search a few times, then you can revisit this part of the video when you do your own search. Let's look at some examples of names that are available for use. Let's say your desired LLC name is Chocolate Cupcake Factory LLC. Let's head over to the database and let's search this first broad and then more specifically. So let's first search for chocolate, and then we'll search for chocolate cupcake. When you're on the database, you're going to scroll down under the Charter Record Search, and there's a drop down here. You're going to select Name, and then here, we're going to type in chocolate. Once I have that in the name box, I'm going to click Continue. And this list is in alphabetical order, so let's see if there's anything similar to chocolate cupcake or chocolate cupcake factory. So you can see the first one is chocolate company, chocolate, chocolate among friends. So these are the A's here. Chocolate, okay, there we go. C, chai, cinema, cinema. So we're looking for CU. Here's Chocolate City, Chocolate City. Okay, we have a few pages of results here. So let's click on number 2 to go to page 2. Let's go back up to the top. Connection, covered, chocolate delights, chocolate drop. Okay, so it looks so far, we go from C to D right here, that there's nothing with chocolate cupcake. Let's just double check that by doing a more specific search. So if I scroll down to the bottom, I'm then going to click on New Search. I'm going to select Name from the drop down, and I'm going to enter chocolate cupcake into the search box and hit Continue. Okay, we have a message here. There are no records that match your criteria for name chocolate cupcake. This is good news. So since there were no existing businesses that had the same or a similar name to Chocolate Cupcake Factory LLC, this desired LLC name would be available for use. Let's look at one more example. Let's say your desired LLC name is Annapolis Art and Antiques LLC. Let's head over to the database, and we're going to do a search for Annapolis and then for Annapolis Art. I'm going to click the New Search button here at the bottom. Scroll down, select Name from the drop down. I'm going to enter Annapolis and click Continue. Okay, so Annapolis accents. We're looking for art. Annapolis accounting, AC, acquisition, acres. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit because we need AR, so we're still on AE. Okay, wow, there's a lot of pages here, so let's check on page 2. Scroll to the top, and let's see here, AER, arrow, after, air. Okay, you know what, this is a great example here. Let's say you do your search and there are just, 10 plus pages. In this case, it might be a little bit easier to be a little bit more specific. So if we go back and hit New Search, we go and we select Name, type Annapolis, and let's search Annapolis Art this time. Let's go ahead and hit Continue. Okay, and if we scroll down, all right, nice, we only have a couple pages here. So we have Annapolis Art Company, that's okay, Art and Frame, Art and Frame. Remember, the desired LLC name is Annapolis Art and Antiques, and there's nothing here that's similar or exactly the same, so this is good news. In this case, because we didn't find anything that's identical or too similar, this desired LLC name would be available for use. Let's take a look at 2 examples of names that are not available for use. Let's say the desired LLC name is Krabby Cab LLC. Let's head over to the database, and we just need to search Krabby this time. I'll show you why in just a second. Let's go to the bottom. Let's hit New Search. Select Name. Enter Krabby, hit Continue. Okay, Krabby Beard Company, Krabby Beard, Krabby, oh, here we go, Krabby Cab Inc. You can see that this is incorporated. There's an existing corporation under this name. Not good news in this case. Again, because there's an existing corporation under the name Krabby Cab Inc., our desired LLC name would not be available for use because the designator does not create distinguishability. Let's look at one more example. Let's say your desired LLC name is Tomahawk Development LLC. Let's head over to the database and let's just search the word Tomahawk. Let's scroll down to the bottom, hit New Search, select Name, enter Tomahawk and hit Continue. Okay, Tomahawk Custom Cycles, Tomahawk Design, Tomahawk Development LLC, and it's an active limited liability company. This is not good news. Again, because we found an identical LLC under the same name, Therefore, our desired LLC name would not be available for use. Takeaways. You want to search your desired LLC name every way that you can think of to make sure it is truly unique and distinguishable. The good news is that you can search as many names and variations as you like, since the database name search is free. This is an important step in forming your LLC, so please take the time to ensure your name is unique and that it does not conflict with any existing businesses. If you have any questions about the database, you can call the state at the phone number listed below this video. Once you find a name that is unique and distinguishable from existing businesses, you can then proceed to the next step. This now concludes the name research lesson.